y'all, welcome back. I'm Quinn, and in today's video I wanted to share 10 more beginner easy centro project ideas with y'all. It has been over a year, I think, since I've done one of these centro project idea videos. I think the last time I made one was in fall of 2023, so I thought it was about time. So I have scoured Pinterest to come up with a bunch more ideas for y'all, and I'm pretty happy with what I came up with. I'm excited to share them with y'all. They are in no particular order, and I think that they're all pretty easy. As y'all know, there are not a lot of tutorials and patterns available for the Centro or any other circular knitting machine, so we all have to get kind of creative and do things sort of freehand, so to speak. So for all of these ideas, I'll be going through how I think would be the best way to construct these pieces. And I tried to pick things that were mostly just made up of rectangles. And for any of these projects that are a little bit more complicated, I'm gonna also include some diagrams to help y'all understand the construction of these pieces so that it'll be easier for y'all to make them at home on your own. Oh my god, that terrified me. I'm trying to hide this ugly, y'all saw, I'm trying to hide this ugly light switch because, like, yeah, it looks really ugly with this painting, but the painting's not hung up, it's just balanced on the light switch. Okay, I think it's fixed. And with that, we can just jump right in. So the first idea I had was a pillow. I thought that this was such a good beginner project idea because all you really need to do is make rectangles and sew them together. And then you can get kind of creative with the colors you choose, like if you want to do a scrap yarn pillow, or you could do this kind of checkerboard pillow, or you could just make it kind of plain and then do some duplicate stitching after the fact and make a pillow that looks like this. This one's like a little house. I thought this was so cute. And then that's so simple on your Centro, and then you can just kind of make up the design after the fact with duplicate stitching. I love that so much because doing intricate color work is pretty difficult on the Centro, you know, to get the tension right and everything, but with this, you just don't even have to worry about it. The second idea I had was a balaclava. So this is super simple. I've actually made one myself. I made it on my Addy, not my Centro, but you know, anything that you make on your Addy, you can make on your Centro. Anything you make on your Centro, you can make on your Addy. They're basically the same. So when I made mine, it was literally the most simple thing in the world. You knit a very long panel, and then you fold it in half, and you sew one edge together. And that's it. It's so simple. And then you can kind of play around if you want to make it bigger, like this one where it's like, it's just big. You know, it's not super tight against your head. You just make a longer panel and a wider panel, you know? Or you can play around with where you put some ribbing, like you could just do it on the bottom half instead of throughout the whole thing, like on my balaclava. Or if you want to get a little fancier, I found this picture, which I'm just obsessed with this one. That is the cutest thing I ever saw. And with this one, you have to do some decreases and stuff, a little more advanced, but I thought I would just throw it out there because I think it looks so cute. The third idea I had is pretty similar to the second idea, but you know, they're different enough that I felt like I needed to put them into separate categories, you know? So number 3 is a hooded scarf. You see, it's pretty similar to a balaclava, but it's different. So for a hooded scarf, I've been seeing lots of people make them with crochet and they're so cute, but they are very easy to make with your Centro as well. All you have to do is make, you know, basically you make the balaclava that we were talking about before, where you make a panel and then you sew the back, that where the back of your head is, you know, and then you make another really long rectangle, much longer than the one for your balaclava. That part's your scarf. And then you just attach the bottom of your balaclava to the middle of the scarf. This picture shows kind of how the construction of it works. I think this is a pretty good illustration of it. So super simple, just some rectangles and a little bit of sewing, and there you have yourself a hooded scarf. For number 4, I was directly inspired by this vintage knitting pattern for this crisscross top. This would be so easy to make on your Centro. Again, you're just making really long rectangles that you fold the ends together, so then you have 2 kind of large circles, and then you crisscross them over each other, and you're done. And then here I found some other pictures. These are crochet, but it's the same concept, you know? And these ones have sleeves. You could do that too. I really like just without the sleeves, and that's way easier, but you know, you could do the sleeves too. But I also really liked about these ones that they have these kind of bold, bright colors, because again, since the construction is so simple, it's kind of nice to make it your own, make it seem a little bit more complicated with some, you know, bright bold colors or your yarn choice or, you know, some ribbing or whatever. The fifth idea I have for y'all today is a poncho. So I recently learned how easy ponchos are to make. So for a very basic poncho, you just need 2 rectangles, and then you kind of seam them and fold them together in the way that this diagram is showing right here. And that's all. And then here are some inspiration pictures to kind of, you know, make them a little less basic. Like you could add fringe or stripes or just make it really gigantic like this one. I just love this one's basically like a blanket. I really like the idea of this construction of a poncho because I like the diagonal kind of shape of it rather than just a rectangle. Because like, you know, obviously you can make a poncho with just 2 rectangles and sew them together like on the shoulders, but I really like this one that's more of a triangular shape. My picture kept falling, so I just took it away. So for number 6, is that what we're on? Number 6, I had a loose gauge sweater. So at this point, we all kind of know how to make a basic sweater on the Centro, right? A basic sweater for most sizes is gonna be 2 panels in the front, 2 panels in the back, and then a tube for each arm. Very simple, very basic. So to make it a little bit less basic, I thought a really good idea is to use some super fine yarn, like you could use a strand of mohair or something, and make a very loose knit sweater, oversized, or even like a long dress. I thought that would be so cute. And it just makes this basic sweater a little bit more interesting. But unlike these examples that I'm showing here, if you have to have several panels for the front and back of your sweater like I do, just keep in mind that there's gonna be, you know, a seam down the middle in the front and the back. I think that that's just a stylistic thing. I think it will make it look a little bit more interesting, but that's just something to kind of keep in mind if you do want to make a project like this. Number 7 is a rug. So this is maybe a little out there, but I think that this would be so cool. Obviously you could do kind of any design you want, but I think that doing this color blocking just really plays into the strengths of the Centro. You would have to make lots of panels to make something this large anyways. So, you know, you might as well just do a lot of different colors and do this kind of color block situation. I think playing into the strengths of the Centro with the fact that you kind of have to make your projects piecemeal just can create some really cool projects that you maybe wouldn't make otherwise. So color blocking is a really good one. You could felt your rug, you know, put it in the wash and then the dryer and felt it so it's a little bit more sturdy, but I don't think that you have to, especially if you use some bulkier yarn. This has definitely become a bucket list project for me. I have to make a rug on my Centro before I die. That would seriously make my life. The 8th idea I had was a drawstring bag. So this is another one that I'm gonna provide a diagram for y'all, but I think, you know, it's pretty simple to understand, right? Like you're just making a rectangle, you'll fold the top over and sew that, you know, leaving space for a cord to go through, and then you fold that rectangle on itself, hamburger style, and then just seam 2 of the edges. You know, that's so simple, right? Just to make a basic drawstring bag. I have a couple other examples that are a little bit more complicated, but I wanted to include them just to give y'all some ideas of some other things that might be possible in terms of a drawstring bag. So for this first one, it's got this kind of patchwork style, so you could just take that patchwork idea and apply it to that same diagram that I showed y'all before. And then this other one I have actually has a hand knitting pattern that goes along with it. And you know, you could try to adapt that pattern onto your Centro, but you know, even if you didn't want to do that, I think you can still kind of see how the construction of this is very similar to that first one I showed y'all, and then you could, you know, make a little backpack out of it instead. Just do a slightly different shape. For number 9, I had slippers. So there are like a million different ways to make slippers, but the most basic way to make a pair of slippers is to make a couple rectangles. So basically you just make a panel or a tube, fold it on itself hot dog style, so part of the top seam together, so the back seam together, and then just kind of like scrunch the toe together, you know what I'm saying? The pictures, I think, kind of show the construction of that, you know? These are very basic. There are more, what is the right word? Foot-centric designs out there. Does that make sense? That you could do, but again, we're just going for easy and basic here. Most of these examples here are just doing panels, but I think that it would be really nice to actually do a tube and fold that on itself, because it's, you know, a little thicker. Than the Centro's gauge tends to be a little bit loose, so if you want a warmer slipper, then I would just make a tube so it's just thicker. And now for the final idea, number 10 is a color block coat. So this is kind of calling back to the rug idea, where we're playing into the strengths of the Centro. To make a large coat like this, you have to make lots of panels, so, you know, you might as well just make it color block. The construction of this is basically just a very long cardigan. So if you don't know how to make a cardigan, it's the same as making a sweater, but you don't sew the front 2 panels together. That's basically it. And if you want it to be extra warm, then you can just make all of your panels tubes and make your tubes for your sleeves extra long and like fold them in on each other so they're like double fabric, you know what I'm saying? But I just loved all of these different examples because I think the colors are so fun and it just really leans into the strengths of the Centro, just like the rug. And it would be such a cool beginner project for someone to make. Like, what a great feeling of accomplishment to make such a large project that looks and seems so much more complicated than it really is. All right, that is all I have for y'all today. So I hope that y'all enjoyed these ideas. Let me know which one is your favorite. I think my favorite has to be the rug. Am I right? If you did enjoy this video, then remember to give it a like, and if you enjoy Centro content, then consider subscribing. I want to give a special shout out to my channel members. Thank y'all so much as always. Y'all are the absolute best. Your support means so much to me and it really keeps this channel going, so thank you so much. If you'd like to become a channel member and get access to special perks, then you can click the join button below or click the link in the description. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.